and a very warm welcome to the National Indoor Arena here in Birmingham for the finals of the 2008 Yonex All-England Championships. 5 finals today, and looking at the order of play, and we're going to start with men's singles and the defending champion Lin Dan up against his teammate Chen Ji. Following that, more defending champions in the mixed doubles, Zheng Bo and Gao Ling, up against the current world champions Nova Widianto and Liliana Natsir. After the mixed women's singles, and Tina Rasmussen of Denmark, European #1 player at the moment, up against Lu Lan of China. Following that, we have women's doubles, and we're guaranteed new champions. 2 pairs who have not been in the final before, Du Jing and Yu Yang of China, up against Lee Ho-jung and Lee Kyung-won. And then the last of our finals this afternoon, all Korean men's doubles, Wang Ji-man and Lee Jae-jin up against Jung Jae-sung and Lee Yong-dae. Well, just before we get underway with the action, of course, the crowd here have already been treated to some excellent entertainment by singer Belinda Evans. So now on with the action, and the first of our finals, and Lin Dan, the #1 seed, the defending champion, in his 5th consecutive final. He's up against the #4 seed Chen Jin. Now, before we get underway, let's go down courtside with our MC, John Gowers.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the finalists. First, from China, Lin Dan. His opponent is also from China, Chen Jin.
So, all Chinese men's singles final and 5th consecutive final for Lin Dan, the left-hander. 24 years of age, born in Fujian, and first became world #1 in March 2004. And apart from a 2-month spell when he lost the #1 ranking to Lee Chong-wei of Malaysia in 2006, he's remained the world leading player for 4 years. 5 times they'd played previously, and rather ominous for Chen Jin, the #4 seed. He has yet to register a victory. Well, looking at Lin Dan's path through to today's final, tough first round encounter against Anup Sridhar of India, dropping the opening game there. And then a quarter-final against the #5 seed Kenneth Jonassen, and then in the semi-final against #3 seed fellow teammate Bao Chun-lai. And in that match there, Lin Dan actually winning 10 consecutive points to take that opening game.
His opponent, teammate Lin Dan, is a player who needs no introduction.
So, looking at his opponent and his path through to today's final. Let me draw your attention to the quarter-final against the number 6 seed, Sonny Dwi Conchoro. That was very impressive indeed. And then the semi-final against the world number 2, Lee Chong-wei. Well, again, it was a tough match.
From the fans here. In the semi-final, he beat teammate July and repeated the 2006 World Final. Lin Dan has been successful in the
So Chen Jin, 22 years of age, and the first player in the history of badminton to win 2 consecutive World Junior Championships. Of course, a biannual event. So he won the under-19 event when he was still in the under-17 age group. Quite remarkable. 3 finals last year for Chen Jin. He won 2 of them, the Swiss Open and the Macau. But Lin Dan, well, what a record he has. He is the reigning world champion. In fact, he's 2-time world champion in the final of the last 3 world championships, and a heavily strapped knee, and that has been an ongoing problem for a number of years. In fact, I can remember him going down in one of the finals here 2 years ago in 2006 against Lee Hyun-il. He actually had to get some medical attention for that knee during the final. So his 3 previous titles in 2004, 2006, and of course last year. So I'm Jill Clark alongside Morten Frost, and of course 5 consecutive finals for Lin Dan, but he needs another 3 to match your record.
Thank you very much.
8 consecutive finals.
Yeah, but he will do it. He's a fantastic player. I think he really plays well. So if he can stay away from injuries and still keen to play, I think he can do it.
Well, the players just making their final preparation. Of course, there'll be no coaching staff involved because 2 players from the same country. Did play very well in his semi-final against the number 2 seed Lee Chong-wei of Malaysia. 21-18, 21-18. And is it of concern that Lin Dan is... So this Chinese men's singles final.
Open Championships, men's singles final between, on my right, Chen Yin, China. And on my left, Lin Dan, China.
Very popular player all around the world is Lin Dan. And there's a very good reason for that. He's a very dynamic, exciting player to watch. He, of course, the left-hander in the blue kit, far side of the court as we look down.
Service over. 1-love.
And Morten, obviously, with the fact that Lin Dan appearing in his 5th consecutive final, whereas for Chen Jin, his first, presumably, and also the head-to-head encounters between the 2. They've met 5 times previously. Chen Jin yet to register a victory. All the money should be going on Lin Dan. Is he favourite in your eyes?
Yeah, I think he's favourite to win. He's very experienced, as you say. He's been here before many times. He knows what it's all about. And as you say, they know their game, one another's game so well. I find it very hard to see how Chen Jin really can hurt Lin Dan, unless it becomes a really long, grueling game.
By that, you mean he hasn't got so many of the winning shots and his style of play is more wearing opponents down?
Yes, he would try to rally as much as possible. He's very fit. He can stay on court for a long time, but he hasn't got that exceptional attacking shot that, you know, everyone is sort of waiting to see.
4-1.
And that's in contrast, obviously, then to Lin Dan, who can suddenly inject pace, not just pace of shot, but pace of movement that gives him the options of what he can play.
He can play any shot in the book whenever he wants to. I think the only thing that really lets Lin Dan down now and again is the fact that he sort of loses concentration now and again on easy shots and say, oh, that's a simple one, and then he makes a mistake.
Oh, my goodness. Wasn't going to miss that, was he?
No.
Service over. 5-2.
Oh, indecision. A long, hard-fought rally.
Yeah, it's definitely a rally that suits Chen Jin. Not only did he win it, but the fact that it went on for quite a long time is obviously his game, and he's got to try to tire Lin Dan out.
Yeah. And I'm not surprised to see Lin Dan diving across the court. He's known for that.
Yeah. Not many can do it. He's so quick getting up again.
That's the thing that impresses me. It's not just the fact that he can dive towards the shuttle. He gets up so quickly, plays on with the rally. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, the lift was woefully short.
Reminds me of Zhao Jinghua in the 80s. Again, a left-hander from China. Very, very talented. He would play the most impossible shots in situations like that.
So back level.
5-all.
Very uncharacteristic error from Lin Dan.
6-5.
Good judgment. And certainly at the moment, Morton, I don't think that
6-all.
Lin Dan is moving in the same sort of speedy fashion that we're used to seeing him. Perhaps that knee injury is more of a problem than we realised.
I think you're right. I think that when he's sort of moving into the net, he usually takes it a lot higher at the net. Not saying that he didn't do it this time, but what we've seen over the last 5 minutes or so, on occasions he's quite low in the net.
His mistake. Definitely not his usual self.
6.
Certainly, there's no question. I don't think he's got his mind completely focused on this match, whether it's the knee that's bothering him, but...
Yeah, we're yet to see the fantastic smashes from Lin Dan, you know, the really killing shots where he injects so much power into it, there's no way to get it back. We haven't seen one of those yet, and it's 8-6 in the first.
Yeah. And we haven't seen the explosion in pace of movement. Not only the big smashes that you've been talking about.
It's a good lift, very good lift.
Service over. 7-9.
Oh, that's nice.
Very good attacking play. Good follow-up and a cross-court drop shot that's really, really sharp. It's coming up there, the follow-up is coming there.
There's more of the power play.
He was lucky that one did not come back. I don't think he would have got it.
No. And that's always the thing when you smash across court in singles. You have to be on balance, because if you're not, you've got the full diagonal of the court to cover with the block return. No, it's just wide. It is strange, though, at the moment, Morton, the fact that Lin Dan, who usually dictates the pace and commands the rally, is really just sitting back and reacting to whatever his opponent is throwing at him.
Yeah, he's not playing his usual style, but maybe he's got some idea behind it. Who knows?
Terrific retrieving, and the crowd here in Birmingham enjoying that, as Lin Dan has a 2-point advantage at the mid-game interval. He's getting further and further back with his defensive stance. Desperation defence in the end, and a wry smile from Jin. Plenty of Chinese fans here in Birmingham. Good crowds all week.
Play.
Oh, that's good.
Service over. 10-11.
Didn't even react to it. Oh, that's good. Needs the racket skills that you were talking about, Morton. You know, he can play any shot and he looks deceptive. And
I think Lin Dan is controlling the drift. If the drift is anything like what it's been the other days, he's actually playing on the far side and only played a few out on the baseline and has controlled the baseline really well.
Nicely done.
All.
Taking it late on his forehand side, Lin Dan left his deep backhand corner exposed.
That's tight.
Yeah.
Really good shot.
Service over. 13-12.
Takes a lot of nerves to play shots like that.
He's been very, very positive every time he's come forward, has Chen Jin.
13-all.
Yeah, I'd like to see him change some of his attacking patterns from his backhand side, Chen Jin. He's most of the time when he's going for big smashes, he's going down the line, and it's too simple to see.
Oh, yes.
That's the one I'm looking for. That's the one. Excellent shot. It was interesting to see how he moved forward as well, Lin Dan, when he was covering the net there, and then the lift is coming.
Yeah, and the body movement forward, saying to your opponent, you can't possibly play to the net.
Ball. Service over. 14-all. Service over.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't actually play that with a backhand action. Making hesitation. He's missed it. Wouldn't normally expect him to do that.
15-all.
Big smash here. I think he looks like he's really complaining about that knee. So let's see what happens.
He's definitely taking the game to his opponent as Chen Jin.
16-15.
Good smashing, following it forward, but the defensive shot from Lin Dan. Not a block, not a lift. Nothing shot. Oh yeah, that's brilliant.
Yeah, he can go cross court, he can go straight down the line on that one, and you cannot see which one is coming.
16-all.
Perfect.
Seventeen, 16.
He's pushed it wide.
That's what you call well left.
Good early judgment.
18-16.
Yeah, because Lin Dan nowhere near it. Two points advantage now for the defending champion. Oh, Goodness gracious.
Service over.
It was a mile long.
17-18.
Well, he's really not taking the net shots early, Lin Dan, today. Almost seems to be trying to win with trick shots. Look at that, just a little flick across court. Wasn't really gaining him an advantage.
Next one there,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was from a too low position, so obviously the disguise was really not good enough for that. Good shot. Good defense.
No, it's right in the corner.
Service over. 19-18.
Yeah.
Hard to see the sideline though.
Service over.
Oh, not quite sure what happened there. Totally mistimed the defence from Lin Dan. Two very simple errors from Lin Dan.
19.
And he's gifted game point to Chen Jin. Well, apologises for the good fortune, but it really shouldn't have been that complicated.
Service over. 20.
That's a good shot, that one there.
Yeah.
Very good block.
Extra points required, of course. Got to be a clear 2-point winning margin.
Until they get to 30.
Unless it got to 29 all, yeah, then sudden death. Second game point opportunity for Chen Jin. And that's well long of the back line. And the number 4 seed has taken the opening game against the defending champion. 22-20, the scoreline for Chen Jin. No coaching staff involved because both players from the same country are left to their own devices. He looks a little bit bewildered, doesn't he? Well, I just wonder, Morton, about this knee injury, if it's more serious than we thought. I mean, he's had problems with that left knee for a number of years, as all badminton players do tend to suffer with knee injuries. But really, he hasn't moved well today. He's looked as if something's bothering him.
I agree with you, but again and again, I must say that previously in the tournament, we've seen no trouble whatsoever. He's been playing really well. He's been steady. He's been doing what he's supposed to do, and I think played really well.
Yes, in fact, he's got better and better as the tournament has gone on. Beating Siegs in the quarter-final, and of course, teammate in the semi-final, Bao Chunlai, 21-14, 21-14. That was an impressive victory. As you say, no sign of the injury.
One love. Two love.
That's a good shot. Really good. It's very seldom you see Chen Jin attacking from his forehand side. Normally when he sets in the attack is from the backhand side. So that's a very good shot. That's unusual for him.
Yeah. I think it's quite unusual, the whole style of the match, actually, in all honesty, because we're more used to thinking of Chen Jin just being a runner on court. You know, superb fitness, will keep out there and keep retrieving shuttles, and we tend to think of Lin Dan as more of the dynamic, explosive attacking player, but the roles have reversed in this final.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Service over. 4-1.
Oh, Lin Dan coming forward, playing the next shot, and just standing there, literally threatening his opponent.
2-4.
It's a very tight shot. That one is really tight. Hard to get back. Again, we see Chen Jin attacking from his forehand side. As I say, quite unusual. He must be really reading the game well, because maybe for the fact that they know one another so well. So you see him moving. His anticipation is good. He's moving on beforehand.
Oh my goodness, that was a good shot. The defence there, instead of just lifting it, driving it across court.
5.
Goodness, that was excellent.
Service over. 6-3.
And there we saw the variation from Chen Jin. Normally when he's going for the big smashes down the line, but he's got that half smash across court.
Oh yes.
Seven, 3. Eight, 3.
Lin Dan hoping hoping that a change of shuttle will bring a change of fortune.
Service over.
Well, I did see a little hobble at the end of that rally from Lin Dan.
8. Service over. 9.
Yes, it
4.
doesn't look good for Lin Dan. It's going to be difficult to come back from a situation like 9-4 down. Lost the first set.
Cool, good.
Yeah, it was in.
10-4.
Really looking rather desperate actually now for Lin Dan. Yeah, plumb on the line.
That's tight again.
Yeah.
I think he's got to go for these shots because he doesn't want to run too much. He wants to possibly save the knee, and he's got to go for really, really tight shots on that return.
Oh, that's nice. Turning the racket head at the last possible moment, play across court. Yeah, lovely.
The idea was really good.
Service over.
So a
11-6.
5-point advantage to Chen Jin at the mid-game interval. And things not looking good for the defending champion.
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
16 errors gifted away by Lin Dan. And Morten, I have to ask, I mean, if this knee injury is as bad as one suspects, because he just is not his normal self, with it being Olympic year and the build-up to the Olympic Games, in a way you have to ask whether it's wise that he plays. Either, you know, you've got to go on with the match and try and forget about it. I mean, his qualifying place for the Olympic Games is secure. He's world's #1. He will definitely qualify. He's not going to lose out on that. And one sort of fears, well, you know, if he's got a bit of a niggle of an injury, if he could make it worse, then surely this is not wise to go through the motions if he can't give it his all.
No, I agree with you, but it will be very interesting to see whether he is playing in Switzerland in next week.
Yep.
Because I think you've got a point. That if the injury is really bad, then obviously he will not be playing next week.
Yeah. Well, big grimace on the face after that rally. He's really not happy, is he? Yeah. That hurt. crowd here, trying to encourage Lin Dan.
9-11.
Well, he's fighting back, and that's good to see. Margin reduced to just 1 point.
10-11.
Taking it so late on his forehand side.
He even had an opportunity before that where you would normally see him go in and attack it, but he opted to play a drop shot. That's good.
Oh, that's sensational.
13-10.
Terrific net shot.
Again, a very tight one, and another one.
Service over. 11-13.
Just wide.
12-13.
Well, he's still in here fighting. Still got a chance.
Good. Excellent defense. It's a good lift. He knows that Jin is coming, storming into the net, and he's lifting it over him. Right in the corner.
Good defense. Oh, brilliant. Best rally of the match so far.
It was good of Chen Jin to keep the last one in. He's playing with the drift when he's going for that attack.
Service over.
Not easy shot.
14-13.
Well, tactically, Chen Jin playing a very sensible game because he's moving his opponent, obviously aware of this injury. Making him move as much as possible in that last rally. Oh, it's called wide.
Yeah, it was wide. It's out.
15-13.
Actually quite a long way.
Yeah. Not even close.
16-13.
Excellent shots in doubles.
And I suppose, Morton, sometimes when you are a little bit injured, you're so anxious to finish off the rallies quickly that really don't give yourself margin for error.
Now you go for the chances.
Yeah.
That's it. That's such a good defensive shot. That one is really, really good. How he's able to turn that cross court.
Service
Yep,
over.
that one.
Yeah, that's excellent.
14-16.
great work rate from Chen Jin.
Service over. 17-14.
Just as well wipe the whole court. It's been all over the place.
Good judgment.
Service over. 15-17.
So too was that.
16-17.
The margin is reduced to just 1 point.
Service over.
Cross-court net shot once again from Chen Jin.
Yeah, that was 2 points.
18-16.
It's a lucky one, that one. Look at that.
That's skill.
Yeah, to a certain extent, obviously.
Service over. 17-18.
It's a good shot. It's clever play, playing back to where Lin Dan was coming from. It's just like when you play clay court tennis.
Yeah.
It's actually the same principle.
Can't change direction as quickly.
Service over. 18-19.
Yeah.
19 all.
All-out aggression from Chen Jin, paying dividends.
Service over. 20.
Final
point,
smash.
19.
Absolutely superb. And Chen Jin has a match point for the All England title. Well saved.
Service over. 20 all.
So as with the opening game, extra points required until a 2 clear point winning margin. It's going to go wide. Yes, it's the twisting and turning that Lin Dan is finding difficult.
Service over. 21-20.
So the second championship point for Chen Jin.
I don't think Lin Dan wanted to do that. He didn't. Look at that.
Yeah, it was a miss hit.
It totally missed it. Well disguised.
Well, he really has taken the game to his opponent, has Chen Jin, and all credit to him for that.
Yeah, it's a good follow-up here. Good follow-up. Good finish.
So third match point opportunity. Oh, beautiful.
Service over. 22 all.
That is sharp. That's coming so quickly.
He's missed it. Little shake of the head from Chen Jin. Because now, having had 3 championship points, Chen Jin now has to save a game point. Didn't even react, Lin Dan.
23
It
all.
is definitely the movement where he has to change direction or twist and turn. And he just can't push off that left leg. Oh, that's well along that back line. So now
24, 23.
match point for the number 4 seed. It's wide. And Chen Jin has beaten the defending champion, Lin Dan, in 2 straight games. He thanks the crowd for their support. I'm sure people here in Birmingham would have loved to have seen a third and deciding game. But obviously for Lin Dan, disappointment, but he clearly wasn't 100% fit for today's final. So the final rally Well, it was a good rally, but ended on an error from Lin Dan. So confirmation of the score, 22-20, 25-23, and we have a new All-England champion, Chen Jin.
For the 2008 Yonex All-England men's singles title. To make the presentation, we would like to welcome to the stage Dr. Kang Young-jun, President of the Badminton World Federation, Ben Yoneyama, President of Yonex Company Limited, and John Havers, President of Badminton England. We are delighted this year to be celebrating the silver anniversary of Yonex sponsorship of this prestigious event. Sponsorship is very important to events, and this is one of the longest partnerships for any sports event in the world. Badminton England would like to take this opportunity to extend its sincere thanks to Yonex for its continued and long-standing support. I would now like to invite Dr. Kang and John Havers to step forward to present the commemorative medal to umpire Chris Taylor from England and his service judge Greg Bellicott from Australia.
So both the umpire and the service judge get recognition.
Last year's runner had to make do with the runners-up spot this year. Ladies and gentlemen, the runner-up for the 2008 Yonex All-England men's singles is Lin Dan from China.
So Lin Dan from China. Two Super Series tournaments of 2008 and the second time that he's been beaten in the final. Of course, he was runner-up at the Korean Open, the second of the Super Series tournaments, and now here has to settle for second best at the All-England Championships.
Ladies and gentlemen, please now welcome to the winner's podium for his first Yonex All-England title, the 2008 men's singles champion from China, Chen Jin.
Chen Jin of China, the All-England champion.
Dr. Kang presents the winner's medal to Chen. And Ben Yoneyama hands over a cheque for $15,000. And Mr. Havers steps forward to hand over the silver trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2008 Yonex All-England men's singles champion from China, Chen Jin. Thank you very much to our presentation guests, and we now extend an invitation to our winner to do a lap of honour of the arena.